If you're enjoying this introduction to Revit, make sure you check out the full beginner to advanced level course on my website, s15studio.com. Now that we have gone through the basics of our wall tool, as well as some modification tools, we're now going to set up our project a little bit and continue on further with the wall tool and create a basic layout. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to create our levels for our project so our walls can attach to them. Now all we need to do is just open up any elevation, and in the project browser we have our east, north, south and west. It doesn't matter which one you open, as whatever changes we make to one elevation will take to all. So when we add a level to one elevation, it will take effect on all views. So I'm going to open up the east elevation. So in front of me I have level 0 with the level and level 1 with a level. So we have 0 and 4000. It's irrelevant at this point if you have 4000 in front of you or not. First thing I'm going to show you are the actual levels themselves and what we can do with those levels. When we click on level 0, we see a lot of different information presented to us. So I'm going to take you through each one of those now. On the left hand side we have a box with a tick, and on the right we have a box with nothing. This is how we show and hide our elevation bubble. If I untick, the bubble disappears, and on the right as well we can tick it on and off. So we can have the bubble on the right and turn it off on the left. It's up to us. Next is the elevation bubble itself. So this is just an annotation symbol that symbolizes a level. And to the right of that is an open circle. There's one of those on the left and on the right. And what this is how we change the length of our level line. So we can just click and drag, and we can pull the level to any length we want. When I do that, you'll notice that the level 1 will come with it. So when I select it, you see a dashed blue line which is going up to level 1, showing that they are connected. If I come down here to the right, we have a small lock. If I turn that off, I can then drag the level 0 line away and level 1 will not come with it. But on the left hand side it's still locked, so I can drag and you'll see that they are still connected. If I want the level 0 to then rejoin level 1, I just select, drag that open circle. When I get that dashed blue line again, I let go, and they are now locked again. Next, over to the right of that is a elbow. So this symbol here refers to what is called an elbow. If I click that, it adds an elbow to the level. So we're able to change the position of the bubble, but the level line remains the same. And why we would want an elevation elbow is if we had two levels that are overlying each other, so the text is very close, so it would appear like this. What we can do is use that elbow to pull the text away, so we're able to read the text, but the level remains the same. If I want to remove that elbow, select the level again, grab and drag that grip, and once I feel there's a little jump in the line, I let go. So next is how can we change the height of those levels? We have a few different ways which we can do it. First is by just altering the text. So level 1, 4000. If I want to change that, click the level so it's active, it's now highlighted in blue, and click the text again, then the 4000 will appear in blue. There I can manually type in 3000 and my level will adjust. I can also use the temporary dimension. So again, with the temporary dimension, before we make the change, just make sure that we have selected what we want to change. So I want to move level 1. So make sure that that is selected. Then I can select the temporary dimension and change that back to 4000. Because if I wanted to change the level 0 and I wanted to bring that up, if I change this dimension, it'll only change level 1 because I need to select level 0 and then I can change the level. So whatever I want to change, I must select that first, then change the temporary dimension, and the correct level will move. This applies to everything. So level 1 selected, change the temporary dimension, and my level will change. Another way we can change our levels is we again select it, come over to the properties palette. There's my elevation. I can select the text, enter in 3000 and enter, and my level will update. With the temporary dimension, what we can also do, like we've done previously, is there's our make temporary dimension permanent. If we click that, it then shows a permanent dimension. And if I change that 3000 to 4000, the permanent dimension will automatically update. And to remove it, select it, delete. So how do we create new levels and add them to the project? We're now in the architecture tab. Down at the end, we have our datum panel. There we have level. So we'll select level. And when we do that, our contextual tab opens with our contextual palette showing we have a line tool and a pick line tool. So we're going to use the line tool and manually draw it. And with the pick lines tool, if we import a 2D CAD elevation that shows our elevation lines, we can use that pick line tool to select that elevation line and it will automatically create the level for us. Down in the options bar, we have a few options. We have make plan view. So what make plan view is, and it's now active, if I place a level, it will automatically make a plan view for us. So it will make a floor plan view and it'll also make a ceiling plan view. To the right of that are the options. So if we select it, it shows what plan view types we can create. There's our ceiling plan, floor plan, and structure. If you didn't want a structural plan to be created, simply click it. And whatever's highlighted in blue, it will be created. So press OK. And next is an offset. So when we place our level, we can apply an offset to it automatically. So first I'm going to use the make plan view. I will create a new view and then I'll do it with this off so you can see what else we can do. And to place our level, first I'm going to go over level 1. I'm going to look for that dashed blue line. And by doing that, when I first click my first point, the level will automatically be locked to those levels. So one click of the mouse will start, go over to the right hand side, again looking for that dashed blue line and click. When I press escape, there's our level 2. So now we've created our new level, level 2. If we look in our project browser, we have under floor plans, there's our level 2, and under ceiling plans, there's our level 2. So all of this information is automatically generated for us and it saves us a lot of time having to go and rename a lot of things within our project, and everything is organized correctly for us, again eliminating any human error. So as I placed my level 2 attaching to those levels, when I drag them you see that they are locked in position. If I go back to my level and just place one freely above and not attaching to those dashed blue lines, when I change the length, you'll see that only level 3 will change. So if you place your level without attaching it to the endpoints, like we've done before, we just click, drag, and when that line appears, let go. Same with the other side, click, drag, and when those lines appear, we let go. And now they're all locked together. Now I'm going to place another level, but this time I'm going to turn off make plan view. So we no longer have the option to make view types. We can still add an offset. Same as before, we just look for that dashed blue line, click, go to the end, again look for that dashed blue line and click, press escape. And one thing you'll notice, so our level 1, 2, and 3 are all blue, but our level 4 is black. So the difference between these two now is level 1, 2, and 3. Levels 0, 1, 2, and 3, they all have views in the floor plans and in the ceiling plans. But as we turned off the make plan view, our level 4 does not have a view in the floor plans or ceiling plans. So why would we want to create this? We can create these levels to help us to model. Because when we're creating our components, we want to always constrain them to something so that they can be locked in position. And if we ever want to make adjustments to heights, if it's attached to a level, it means that we can adjust all of those components at once, saving us a lot of time having to go back over and doing that manually. So an example of that would be a roof ridge. If we wanted a particular level for our roof ridge, we can set that. We can also use it for eaves details when we're creating eaves. As well, if we have a building that would have a raised floor on a level, we can create an additional level for that as well. There's a few options for us to use these particular types of levels. And what I'll do is I'll just select level 4 and level 3 and delete them. So when I selected level 4 and deleted it, I got no warning. But when I select level 3 and then delete, I'm getting a pop-up that's warning me, am I sure that I want to do this? The reason being is level 3 has views in the project browser. So it's just warning me, am I sure that I really want to delete them because they are currently views? But at this point, we have no information on those levels, so it is okay. So what I want to show you is other ways we can create levels. So instead of going back to the level tool, picking make plan view or not, what we can do, press escape, is we can select our level. And when we do, the modify contextual tab will automatically come up. And we have a create panel here. And the tool I want to show you is called create similar. So when we use the create similar tool, each new element inherits the family instance parameters defined for the selected element. So all of those active elements that are attached to this level will be copied over. So then to place the level, we just do the same thing. Look for those dashed blue lines, press escape, and we see that the elevation bubble is blue, meaning that's an active view, and in our project browser there's level 5 and ceiling plan view is level 5. The reason it appears as level 5 and not level 3, because level 3 and 4 were already created and we can actually bring them back. So that is why we've gone to level 5. And next I'll show you another way we can make a level, but one that will not create a plan view. So again, just perhaps you might find this easier or not, but instead of coming back to the level tool, going to make plan view and turning that off, I'll just press escape. What we can do is select our level, and instead of going to create similar, which will create our plan views, we can come to copy. And when we choose copy, so I'll click on the level, move it up and click to place. We'll see that the level is black and not blue. So when it is black, we now know that it will not create a view. So there we have a few options of how we can create levels. We can go to Datum panel, choose level, either choose to make it with a plan view or not, or we can select the level, choose create similar, which will make it with plan views, or we can choose the copy command, which it won't. So now that we have created our levels with plans and one without, if we wanted to convert level 6 into a view, what we do is we go to the View tab. In our Create panel, at the top we have plan views. If we select plan views, we choose what we want, a floor plan, reflected seating plan, structural or aerial plan. For now, I'll choose floor plan. And there's my level 6. So if I press OK, level 6 is now created. There it is in my project browser. It'll automatically open it for me. In my east elevation, my level 6 is now blue. So what we've done there is we've just converted our level 6 into a plan view. And as I specified only floor plan, it's not in the seating plans. So next up, we're going to change the name of these levels. So how we change the name of our level is we select the level. Once it's highlighted, we select the text and change it. So I'm going to change that to ground floor, press enter. So when you change your level name, you're going to get a prompt on your screen that's asking you, do you want to apply these changes to your views? If you choose no, what will happen is you'll change the level in this view, but it won't show in the project browser. If you choose yes when you change your level in the elevation, it'll also change the level in the floor plan. So we want that to happen. What I want you to do is to tick the box that says don't show this message again, and then press yes, because we want our levels to update into our project browser. And what I'm going to do for an example is I'm going to change all of these levels and I'm going to demonstrate something for you. So when we add in the titles of our levels, unfortunately, they're not organized the same in our project browser. So our project browser will organize them alphabetically. So this is something that you must keep in mind. I will show you how we can get around that. What I'll do to highlight that is I'm going to change those levels now, and then we'll come back to it. So I'm going to quickly do that for you. So we have first floor, second floor, third floor, and roof. So we've named it ground floor, first, second, third, and roof. And if we come to our project browser, first floor is at the top, then we have ground, roof, second, site, and third. So this isn't ideal for us. So for quick accessibility for our floor plans, it's not ideal to have them organized like this. So what I like to do is I like to add in a number before each one of those pieces of text. So then they are then organized neatly in our project browser. So what I do is I'll type 01 dot ground floor, 02 dot first floor, 03 second floor, third floor, and roof. So by doing this, we now have our floor plans organized neatly in the project browser. So now I've showed you how we can organize our views and our floor plans into our project browser. What we're going to do is we're going to now adjust the heights of these and rename them for our project. So our first one, we have 01 ground floor. I'm going to change that to ground level. Second, we're going to have ground floor. And third, we're going to have roof. We're then going to delete the third floor, press OK, and delete the roof, press OK. Next, our ground floor, will change that to 450, and our roof is 3000. And with our ground level, we're going to hit the elbow. And what we can do is drag our grips over. And I'll save my project. So you can see how quick and easy it is to be able to rename our levels to give new heights to our levels as well. So everything we do, it doesn't mean when we're setting up our project that is the final level, that is the final name. None of that comes into play. So by doing what I've just done, I've demonstrated that we're able to easily change the name, we're able to easily change the height, the project browser will automatically update, and all I did was change the name and height. If we were to do that in AutoCAD, depending on the size of your project, that could have taken us an hour and a half to go through all of the views, all of the elevations, all of the plans, update all of that text, all of that information. We've done that in about 30 seconds with Revit. Now that we have set up our levels, I'm going to go and open up the north elevation, and you can see there's our levels. What we can do is expand those out and apply the same elbow. And you'll notice that the text is the same, the level height is the same. And as well in the west. So we applied those changes to one elevation, and we can see all elevations are showing the correct level, the correct name, the correct height. So there's our west, close that one down, south, north, and I'll leave my east open. So we'll come back to our ground level.